Hey, we are live. I don't know if this is live or semi-live live, but it says I'm live. Let's see if I'm live. Is this live? This might be live, folks. I don't know how the stream is coming, but over here it says that it's coming. So if I don't have any complaints, hey everybody, how's the stream coming? Is it good? No problems? I'm trying to get this thing here. Come on. I'm trying to get my the comments go too fast over there, and if I keep going like this with my finger, that's no good. So, oh, I have to click on events. Duh. Come on. All right. Looks like a little fuzzy. I can't help that. Must be the orange. Oops. I just lost the mic. I'm micless. This is. I hope the sound works better like this with the microphone. Maybe I should put both up here like that. How's that better? Sounds good. Here we are. This is for about maybe 30, 35-ish minutes, and I want to do a Q&A regarding vent stuff. So if you have other questions, I may not get to them. I see I have quite a bit of people in here. All right, until I get some questions for the van, or van questions, stuff like that, I'm just going to stay silent. Okay, I won't be staying silent, fine. Yes, Mike, Lydia is saving her vocals for special occasions. She will be singing soon, one of these days. Willingly or unwillingly, like I will catch her singing. So, but she has a beautiful voice, much better than mine. All right, Patriot 77. Lewis, how do you plan your day when it's going to snow? I just hunker down. If I have good tires on a van, I can drive like on normal roads. I can drive like that. It's a little dangerous. You got to go slow, but going uphill, forget about it. It's a nightmare. You just can't do it. And my tires are not that great, so if it's going to snow, guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to hunker down and not move until the roads are clear. That's what I'm going to do. Is your video ready for the winter? Carol, I don't know what that means. Is my video ready for the winter? My videos are always ready. Oh, my van. My van's always ready. I don't have to do anything for the winter. I have my Webasto on. That's all I got to do. Make sure I have a full tank of gas, and then I turn my Webasto. See the light? I turn my Webasto on, and I'm all good. Okay, 89, 829 Tuco. Okay, he asks, how good has the van held up mechanically? Mechanically, I haven't had any issue whatsoever. I do the maintenance whenever it needs to be done, and I haven't had any issues. So I don't have anything to report in that regards. Nothing major anyway. I had on my muffler, the pipe thingy where two pipes connect, two bolts came off, and I have those videos if you want to look at them when I was in Florida. I fixed that. I didn't have to take it anywhere. My drawer is open. Ow, I just hit my elbow. Oh, the pain. Oh. Okay, it wasn't so bad. But, anyone ever try to break in while you sleep? No. Thank God nobody has ever tried to break in while I sleep. And let's hope nobody will, but you never know. Oh, okay. Remble Lance, how many 12-volt wire runs, outlets, lights, etc. do you have in your van, and what gauge wire? Okay, good question. You see the black wire in the corner there? Going right there. That's 10 gauge wire. Is it 10 gauge? Yes, it's 10 gauge. It's thick. I mean, it's not usually thick, but it's 10 gauge wire. So all my lights, basically everything that I have here running, the lights, the fan, these fans, the refrigerator, they all run of that 10 gauge wire, because I have my refrigerator connected to one of these socket thingies that I have over here underneath my cabinet. So I didn't connect my refrigerator directly to the to my fuse box that I have in here. So I just plugged it in. So, but everything runs off of that 10 gauge wire. And so I have 3 lights. You see one there. So I have 4. One is a single, everything else is double. So 3 lights, 3 fans, a refrigerator, the Webasto. What else? What am I missing? No, I was gonna say the inverter, but that doesn't run. So I guess I have 8 things. Oh, and I have some outlets over here. I forgot. So that's 9. I have USB outlets over here. That's 9. Oh, and I have this one here. So that's 10. That's 10. So I guess that's 10 things if I'm not missing anything. Steve Nadeau, who is Lydia, and how did you become to travel? How did you became to travel with her? Lydia is, well, go to her channel. It's called Simply RVing. Just type that in, or go to my latest video, my travel video, and below there's a link to her videos or her channel. Just go in there and you can see who she is. How do we get to travel? Everybody knows it's hush hush mush mush. So I'm still fuzzy. I don't have the best internet connection, but I was hoping not to be too fuzzy. I'm a little bit orangey, but as far as fuzzy, I can't help it. I'm fuzzy, says Mike. I'm sorry, I can cut this short. Shut up, gatekeeper. Nobody asked you your opinion anyway. All right, what questions did I miss? What's my Rustiva 14 asks, what was your favorite state you visited out west? Favorite state I visit out west? Well, having lived on the East Coast for most of my life, I can tell you that the Badlands was different. When I got to the Badlands in South Dakota, you could see that it was different. I mean, the prairie lands of South Dakota, it's open land, no trees. It's a little bit different from the East Coast, but there's a lot of farmlands on the East Coast, big ones that like in Pennsylvania and Ohio and Michigan, without trees and stuff. But when I hit the the Badlands, that was strikingly different from everything I've seen on the East Coast. The desert was beautiful. I had never seen the desert in person, and the desert was just I liked the desert. I don't know if I have a favorite state because every state is a little bit different, and even within the state, you have Arizona, for example. You go to Flagstaff, and you are at about 7,000 feet with pine trees and mountains and all that. Of course, you're going to have to be with mountains if you're at 7,000 feet, but not necessarily. You could be in a plateau. But you go a few miles, a few hundred miles in another direction, or a few miles. I can't tell you exactly, but you're going to be in a totally different kind of environment. So, all right, I'm turning a short question or a short answer into a long answer. The short answer is I don't have a favorite state. I could have just said that. I guess I have no excuse. I read your question, Pager 77, and you find that the Chevy Expresses hold up pretty good. Is that your assessment? Here's a good question. Protective HD. How is your family dealing with your van living? Are they supportive? I didn't tell my parents for quite a long time. They were not living in the States, and I didn't have to tell them. So I didn't tell them. So one day, not long ago, So the couple of years went by before I told him. And the way I told him, I just sent my dad the link to my channel, and Mom was like, "Oh, the shame, the shame! Oh, everybody's going to know that you live in a van. Oh, the shame, the shame, the shame!" You know how older folks, more antiquated. The shame, the shame. But now she's okay with it. But for a while, oh, the shame, the shame. People are going to know that you live in the van. The shame. I'm like, Mom, I do have a YouTube channel. I do show people that I live in the van. So people knowing that I live in the van is not really going to affect me that much. So there's your answer. 21-cent warrant. I really try to understand. This is really serious now. I try to understand the stuff that you write. I really do. I look at it and I try to understand, but I don't. I don't understand. I don't know if it's because the way you write it, or I don't know if it's because of the way you think. Maybe you think or you write the way you think. I don't know. But a lot of the stuff that you write doesn't make sense to me. I scratch my head and I'm baffled. I don't understand most of the stuff you write. So, and it just comes out of nowhere for no particular reason. Maybe you over here, you are talking to somebody else. If it is, I apologize. But when you write in the comments, I try to understand. Sometimes they make sense. Most of the time, it doesn't. So I apologize. Popeyes versus Chick-fil-A. I like Popeyes. And Chick-fil-A is very good. I mean, I don't eat Popeyes all the time. I eat it maybe every other week, maybe. And Chick-fil-A, I eat it once in a while. But if you have a choice between McDonald's, Burger King, Wendy's, Chick-fil-A, I will go to Chick-fil-A. Because Chick-fil-A, the food is so much better, prepared so much better. And their philosophy is so much better, probably. Yes, Ed, I live in a van. I'm sorry to break it to you, but oh darn it, I was trying to ignore your comments. I broke that silence. All right, I'm starting again, ignoring Ed's comments. I'm protective, HD. I'm still doing full-time work. I work full-time. My full-time work is my GoFundMe. That's how I go and fund me. I don't have, well, you could say that it's seasonal work because I work spring, summer, and fall, and then come winter, I don't work anymore. But it's a full-time job. I don't work a little bit here and then go somewhere else. I'm here. I'm working all the full time. So there's no part time for me. The gatekeeper asks a very interesting question. Lewis, could you tell us what you do all day at work? Well, Mr. Paul, I do a lot of work. Unlike other people who maybe not so much. But you see all this work around us that has been happening? Well, while you had your eyes closed and your head stuck in the sand, I've helped do all this work. So there's your answer. You hear the wind? Maybe not. Well, Carol, I don't ask for Patreon support, but my buddy downstairs does ask for FREE air donations. So if you have any FREE air laying around your house that you're not using, please send it over. We are accepting, when I say we, I agree with him a little bit. So we are accepting donations of FREE air. Mike Donovan asks, does your back husk sitting on a bucket? Must be that core strength from the push-ups. Does my back husk? He probably meant hurt. I'm not sitting on a bucket. I'm sitting on my ottoman with a couple different pillow thingies. My bucket. I will show that I'm not sitting on my bucket. I wouldn't be able to pick up my bucket if I was sitting on it. Although that's something I could try. I might try that one of these days, see what happens. But not now. Oh, you did correct yourself. Sorry, all I had to do is read one more line down, and you did correct yourself. Okay. Juan Zier. Lewis, how tall are you? 5'10". In your van, I notice your bed is across. You stretch, okay, I mean, you're comfortable. Yes. I'm 5'10", and I think close to the bottom because the van walls curve in like this on the top. So the top has less room than the bottom. The bottom part is about 6 feet or so. So I can have my head close to this wall, my feet towards that wall, and I'll still have a little bit of room. And then of course if I go diagonally a little bit, I have all the room I need, so. $8.29 Tuco. Is it Tuco? Tuco. Lewis, any changes of a meetup for everyone? Changes or chances? Meetup for everyone. What does that mean? Meetup for everyone. You got to clarify that. How impressed? That is a nice question. Swamp Hick, how impressed or not are you with your vans? Would you recommend them over a Max Air? Tell your daughter we said hello and thank you for your uplifting videos. Oh, thank you very much. I hope she's watching. If she's watching, hi Elise. If she's not, I'll let her know, and maybe she can comment another time on this video, but I will let her know. Thank you. Okay, now back to the vents. Now, the reason I have these two, you see one over here, there's another one here. The reason I have these two vent air from vent line vents is because I looked around and these are the only ones that would fit, when opened, would fit underneath my solar panel. That's the reason I have these. And I'm very happy with these because when I have my fantastic vent open, which is right over here, I have all the air that I need in my van. So now, would I recommend the Max Air over the Fantastic Vent? I've said it many times, if I do another build or if I have to replace this fan for any reason, I might install the, I forget the model, but it's the Max Air vent that has a cover in the back. So you don't have to put a cover over the vent. The vent itself is already covered, and when you need to open it more, it just lifts, and then the back end allows more air to go in. I forget the name of the model of that Max Air, so I probably would recommend that one instead of the Fantastic Vent. Although this Fantastic Vent is still original, still working good, and I actually have a replacement that was sent to me from Fantastic Vent because this vent was getting, at times making a little bit of a squeaking noise, and I called them up, and because I was still under the two-year warranty, I believe, they sent me a replacement, which I have not installed yet. But I have it if I need it. But yes, I would recommend the Max Air, even though I never used it. So it might be worse than this one. I don't know. But going back to the vent, I think I would like the Max Air because whenever it rains, I can't have this thing open. I have to keep it open low, and then I have to plug that in. Otherwise, I'm going to run out of battery. So 1 second. Hold on. So yeah, I have to keep the vent open low, just enough for the vent to start running for the fan, and so that's a drawback. With the Max Air, you don't have to do that. You can open in the rain, and you don't have that issue. How am I dealing with the condensation in the van? I don't have a condensation issue. I never had a condensation issue. The only condensation that I used to have in the winter was in my windows. I had less insulation. Now I have more insulation. I have a video that I made about making these new insulating thingamajigs. But because I only had a piece of Reflectix on my window, and of course in here it's much warmer than outside, my windows on the side and my windows in the back would have condensation. And that's the only place I ever had condensation. But that never affected me in here because it's by the door, and any moisture goes down and out, and it doesn't come inside. And I should also mention that I had condensation underneath my bed in the beginning because I had the plywood underneath my mattress, and then I had a piece of foam. It was like, I think it was the interlocking, yeah, I think it was the interlocking foam pieces that you find in kids' playrooms and stuff. And when it was cold, my body heat was generating heat, of course. And when your body generates heat, the heat goes down, and then at the bottom of the mattress, it's pretty cold. So when the heat from my body met the cold, it created moisture. And I knew to check there because in 2009, I lived for 3 months in a minivan while working in upstate New York. And I had an air mattress, and every morning I was soaking because my body heat versus the cold air mattress was creating a lot of moisture. So I knew to check in here and sure enough, I had moisture. So I did two things. One, I removed that petting, which I liked, but I removed it. And two, I took out the plywood that was holding up my mattress, and I drilled holes in it. If you go to one of my earliest videos, you'll see the holes that I drilled in it. I called it the Swiss cheese plywood. It's full of holes, and those holes allow for ventilation. And ever since then, I had no moisture underneath my mattress, and I have no moisture period in my van. And again, I made a short answer long, but that's what I'm here for. The hush hush mush mush just called in. Say hi to everybody.
Are you live, Louis?
Say hi to everybody.
Well, who's gonna fix my computer if you're live, Louis?
Just say hi to everybody.
Hi, everybody.
Yeah. See.
Oh, I'll call back later, Louis. I'm trying to fix my computer now, and
Okay.
I was gonna get
1 second, folks. What's wrong with your computer?
Well, I want to know if you have this on your thing. It's called Oh, Louis, we're live. Oh,
We are live. People are interested to know. Okay, I'm going to turn like this so
well,
they can see you.
Louis, I found this thing that's taking up 5 gigabytes. It says install Mac OS High Sierra. It's an application. I think that should have been deleted after I installed, right?
Is that the latest installation? The latest update? Maybe.
I know, but isn't it supposed to delete it after you install it?
Oh, it should do that automatically. You don't have to do anything.
Well, I'm going to delete it. I don't know if it's going to hurt my computer.
You shouldn't have to. It does it automatically.
It didn't. I installed Sierra in November, and this application is taking up 5 gigabytes on my computer. Why?
That must probably it's probably the new install that you haven't done yet.
No. All right, let me check it out. All right, I'll leave you later.
Try, don't delete any. Hold on. Say bye, everybody. All right, fix it. You look fine. Your bangs are getting good, though.
I'm working on it. Okay, bye.
Bye. All right, so we had hush, hush, mush, mush. I'm not saying a word. Nothing's coming out of me. Anyway, do I have a what? Do I have toast? Brian Butrico. Hey, Louis, what is a good beginner van to build on? I have no idea. I know that the Chevys are very good. That's why I bought a Chevy. I wanted to buy the Ford Transit, but it didn't come out until like 2 or 3 months after I bought my van. So, but the Ford Transit is a new model, and new models always have issues. So probably I would have done the wrong thing, but yeah, that's what I wanted. High top, all that. I think the best van to build on, if you can afford a new van, a Chevy is good. If you want a high top, a Ford. If you can't afford a new van, then the best van to do a van build on is the one you have, if you have one. If you don't have one, you can try to find one cheap that runs good. Other than that, I don't know. I mean, Steve Nadeau, do you ever think about selling stickers or merchandise? I don't know. I do have stickers planned, maybe some shirts, but I haven't. It's hard to work on that stuff when you're working full time. So when I have some time off in the winter, I'll try to work on that. And I have some stickers. They were kindly given to me by my friend Jerry Vanderhoof, and but I haven't done stickers. So maybe this winter I'll have some stickers and some T-shirts, some hats, scarves, socks, pants, blouses, handbags. Just a couple little things, you know, coffee mugs, plates, emblems for your van, paper towel with my emblem on it. Just a few little things, not much. I've reached the end of the comments, or did I skip a lot of comments here? Am I on Amazon? I had an Amazon account twice, and it took me days, almost a whole week to set them up twice, and then Amazon terminated my account after all that work because I had my Amazon account linked to my website and not to the YouTube channel, and my website is still not finished. Doesn't have a lot of traffic, and without any notice, without saying, hey buddy, we know that you probably had a lot of work building the Amazon store. Do you have something else to link to it? No, they just, you gone, done. We don't need you anymore. So maybe in the future I'll build the store again for the third time and link it to the channel. So all right, what other questions do we have? What is that hanging on his door? Hanging on my door where? What, this? This? This is a high-tech door closing system. You can buy this at high-tech stores. It comes like this. It stretches a little bit, and this high-tech device charges itself. It doesn't need any batteries. It does this, and it keeps my door closed. And I like this because I can close the door with it. I hope that's what you were asking, because I don't have anything else hanging on my door. This is not hanging on my door. This is where I put bags that I reuse for garbage. So I hope I answered your question. All right, what am I missing? Do I think of going back to sticks and bricks? No. No intention of going back to a house. I just said it the other couple days ago, the other live event, and I'm already at 39 minutes. I wanted to stop this at 30. Not gonna happen. But I already mentioned before that I have no intention of buying a house. I don't see myself spending money on a mortgage or rent. To me, that's just a waste of money. Hey, Timmy. Timmy, my life's van ventures. My buddy Timmy. How you doing, Timmy? We know you're super. What's your weakness? I'm not super. Um, there's nothing super about me. I'm just a regular guy who lives in a van, and because I was living in a van, I thought maybe I can help other people out there that live in vans or want to live in a van, so I'll just make videos about it, and that's all I do. I just, nothing special. All right, Tim has a question. My life's ventures. I have a question for ya. So you are capable of great content, which I love watching as a sub, but why haven't you upgraded your equipment, i.e. a GoPro, Sony camera, or Canon vlog camera? Tim, who says that I haven't upgraded? Who says I haven't upgraded? I have. This is live, folks. I heard something. Anyway. It should be nothing, but if it's something, you're going to be the first to know. Anyway, where was I? Yes, Tim, how do you know I haven't upgraded? I have actually recently, I have upgraded, and I've already filmed. How many? I have two videos out that I filmed recently with new equipment. So I'm not going to say which videos. It's going to be up to you to go back and find out. But two videos are done with new equipment. I'm not a crazy person for the GoPro. I don't like the way the image is distorted on a screen. I did have a GoPro that I killed in North Carolina. I forgot to put the waterproof casing on it, and I put it in the. It's in my video. Just go back and watch. So I had that, but I have two new pieces of equipment that Paul knows about, but I'm not saying. And I don't say about the equipment. I just use the stuff. But yeah, I have new stuff. Hey, randomness. Just saying, hey, randomness. How do I prepare my coffee? Do you add sugar or milk? No. Just black, nothing on it. I just pour the water, let it drip, percolate, and it's done. All right, Stealth Express Van asks, what do I listen to, if anything, while traveling? I went out west and I did not turn my radio on once, I think. I never turn the radio on. So I'm not a very crazy for music. I don't need to listen to music. A few times that I went to Michigan, I did listen to an audiobook. So, yeah, but other than that, I just, oh, Lydia, I gotta go to the end, folks. I'm gonna skip a few. Lydia says, Lewis, I think I fixed it. Thank you. I didn't do anything, but you're welcome. What did I do? What did I do, Lydia? Can you tell us what I did? Or what you did? Just type in real quick. Or why don't you call in, Lydia? Tell everybody real quick what you did. Call in. And then everybody will know what you did. Or just type in. Okay, or just don't do anything. All right. I'll go back to the comments. What am I? All right, sorry if I'm missing comments. I cannot get to everybody, but I'm probably skipping a few. What's some of my favorite movies, TV shows, or music? I have no idea. I don't have a favorite. I don't have favorite shows. Music, that's off the list. I can care less. But movies, I can't tell you. I don't know. I mean, I like sci-fi. I like fantasy. but not all of it. You know, some. I like drama, but not all drama. I like a little bit of everything, but not everything. So, if that makes any sense. I don't drink lots of coffee. I drink 1 cup of coffee, maybe full up to here, a day. So that's not a lot of coffee. Well, Tim, I can tell you that the 2 videos that I did with the new equipment that I'm still trying to learn were filmed inside, not outside. So everything that you've seen up to this point outside was filmed with something else, but 2 recent videos that I've done filmed in here were filmed with new equipment. So, which, like I said, I'm still trying to learn. All right, another one from Tim. Sorry, folks. Do I shaving again? And how long have you had? Have I had my beard and mustache? I don't have any plans on shaving again, and I've had a beard since '96, so for a while. Once in a while, I would shave it off, and I would shave it off. That's just that one time, and then I would start letting it grow again the next day. And I've done that a few times, but not recently. So probably I will not shave it for a while, because if I did, then nobody would recognize me. All right, Tony M asks, where did you buy your solar panel? I bought my solar panel from, let me see if I get the name straight. It's Arizona Wind and Sun Company. If you go on the internet, type in Arizona Wind and Sun. I think that's. Let me do that real quick here, and I will tell you for sure if that's the one. Arizona Wind. Yes, okay. It's called Northern Arizona Wind and Sun. So if you type that, that's where I got my solar panel. In case you are interested, my solar panel was $300, and the shipping was $300. So the shipping wasn't cheap, and so I would advise, if you are interested in a solar panel, find in your area if somebody sells them, and if not, if you can go, let's say, to Arizona, go there and get it yourself, and you save on shipping. You might spend more on gas, but at least you'll get to see Arizona. So all right, Tim, I have two batteries, two Lifeline batteries, 125 amps each, 250 amps total, and so they're 12 volt. And what was the other question? And the inverter, I have my inverter that I have in here right now. It's a 1500 watt with a 3000 watt peak from Cobra. I have the remote switch right here, but this is not a pure sine. I do have a pure sine on my floor that I bought months ago, but I still have not installed it. Just being lazy. I could have done it many times, but I still haven't. Maybe this weekend I will do it. I'll have 4 days off. Maybe not, but oh, my pure sine inverter is also 1500 watts with a 3000 watt peak. It is about double the size of my Cobra, and it's from Ramsond. I think that's how it's spelled. So that's what I got. Yes, indeed. Pure sine wave is the best for electronics. I've been very happy with my Cobra. It's a modified sine. It powers everything. I haven't had any issues with my computer. It powers my computer okay. I can charge the batteries for my new toys. I'm not saying what I have. I don't like to go and say, look at my new toys. I did this the last time. Look at my shiny new toy. I can do lots of stuff with the toy. I can film, it flies through the air. No, I don't like to say that. I'm just going to use it. You're just going to see the footage, and hopefully it'll be better than the iPhone. But the iPhone has an amazing camera, but it's not the other stuff. So here's a good question. If you were gonna start from scratch, what kind of rig van would you build? That is a very subjective question because it depends on so many different factors. If I have to remain stealth, like I do, work and live in the same area for a few months at a time, as long as the job lasts, my type of van is ideal, or a high top van. That's ideal. It does not offer a lot of room, of course. If I was retired and I could go out west and live on BLM land, then probably a box van, because if I get a 14 or 16 foot box van with the overhang over the cab, it's going to be pretty much like a Class C, but better built. And then on the inside, I have straight walls that I could do whatever I want. So that would offer a lot of room, but it's still not going to offer the same type of stealthiness that a van like mine or a high top van will offer. I think those still blend in more with different surroundings, or they will blend more effectively in more in a vast. I got lost here. They will. They're better. That should do it. Anyway, how come I don't see that comment over here? Oh. That's right, Timmy. You have the new Transit 350. 350? 350. I have the 25. Okay, the Ford is the 350. Okay, that's correct. That's the van that I wanted. I wanted the longest van and the tallest van from Ford. And I believe Ford has, I think, maybe 9 different types of van, right? They have 3 lengths and 3 heights with any combination of those. So I think the combination total is 9, if I'm not mistaken. I could be, probably am. All right, everybody, I'm gonna stop looking at the comments, because this was supposed to be 30 minutes long, and it's now going on 58. And this is going to end before the hour mark. I promise you. The last time I promised that I was going to do that, and I didn't do it. But this time, that's it. Thank you very much for watching again. Thank you for your questions, and I'm sorry if this is a little fuzzy, but I'm using the self-service on my phones, and I have what I have. I can't make them up. So everybody have a good night, have a good morning, whatever you are. If you are driving out there, please be careful. Keep in mind that the world is flat, and you could fall off the edge of it. And you do not want to leave the earth behind. So keep that in mind as you travel out there. And other than that, I have no other advice. Just be safe. Everybody, have a good night. And now comes the awkward part where I turn this off. But it's not over here. It's over here. All right. And everybody, have a good night.